Hi, Easter's just around the corner, so I thought I'll show you how to make this cute table decoration. It's got a bunny in the middle with a little cottontail, and then there's some fabric Easter eggs around the outside border. And the fabric is a polyester knit, so it doesn't fray. So you can just zigzag the edges together. No need to turn anything or put right sides together. On the back, I just put another bunny, and then just the circles are 9.5 inches, and there's two of them, a front and a back. But when you sew it together, you do not put the right sides together. You just sew the front and the back together without turning. So let's get started. First, I wanted to tell you that I just sewed, let me see, the bunny in the middle. I zigzagged that on first, and here is the one that I used. Let's put that on your fabric and zigzag around. And now we'll do the fabric eggs. Those are done in a straight stitch. And what I did is, on the outside, I glued this decoration or decorative binding. It's actually called Chenille It, Chenille, and I found it at Hobby Lobby. You can also get it online. What happens is you sew it on and then you wash and dry it, and it gets that kind of fluffy look or frayed look. So I kind of like that, but you can certainly use ribbon or rickrack or whatever you want. But I found that at Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance for $2.49. So I purchased a whole bunch of different colors. Not sure what I'm going to use them all for, but we will see. Okay. So now this stitch, I'm just doing in the straight stitch. You have to watch when you do the eggs, because there's 9 eggs, and I'm just sewing it onto the fleece. The top with the right side out, and then the fleece, or your interfacing, this is fleece I think, and then you will start by pinning on your eggs in a complete circle, and there's 9 eggs, which works perfectly because actually the eggs are touching, so you won't have any room left. Make sure you leave about a 1/2 inch or so. Where's my ruler? Oh, here. From the edge for your rickrack to get on. Let's see which, that's right. So this one should maybe go in a little more. And then we're just going to be sewing the white binding on, just around in a circle. Let's see, I got about at the 1 setting of my length. If you're not quite sure, you can stop and turn if you're having trouble with the turning. Try to stay in the middle of the white binding, so when you fluff it up, both sides will fluff. Alright. Cut your threads front and back. Go on to the next one. Let's see, that's the one I did. I did this one, this one. Alright, this one I have to think maybe I should move that down a little more. If your interfacing is peeking out a little bit, that's alright, we can cut it off later. Always make sure you've got a long enough thread, because sometimes those threads like to pull back up into the machine if they're not long enough, and then you have to re-thread it. That's a big pain. Unless you have an automatic threader, which this is an old machine, so I don't have that. Okay, let's do the circle thing. Okay. It's up to you if you want to use it for a hot pad. Probably isn't really thick enough for a hot pad. I had it on a Lazy Susan that was exactly the same size as this, and it looked really cute. Okay. Alright. Cut our threads. Okay, now I have to pin 2 of them down. Let's see. I guess that's good. I don't really have to pin that. Make sure this one goes in there. Yep. Just barely fits. Alright, let's do this. Okay, that one's finished. Sometimes I try not to cut my threads until I do them all, just to be quicker, but it turns into a tangled mess, usually. And your machine might get jammed, so it's better just cut them off right after you do each individual one. Okay, now this one's going to call it close, but that's the way it goes. Right about there, I guess it'll be overlapping on this one egg, but I don't know how I could have done it different. Alright, let's go in a little bit so we have more of a seam. I'm kind of jammed, so I don't know what's going on. Let's cut all this off. Oh, these threads. Driving me crazy. All over the place. I'm wondering if, because there's a bump there, maybe that doesn't want to go over that bump. Oh, it should. Come on, baby. Yep, we got it. Okay. All right. I think there's one left to do. Oh, there's a couple more. Pull your bobbin thread out too. Oh, got it. Cut it off in the back. Go on to the next egg, which is this one. Take your pin out and let's if you have an end piece on your binding, if you're using this chenille, it doesn't matter because the puffing up will get rid of that. You won't see it. All right. Let's do the back. Pull your threads out for the next one. I will cut some of these threads off later. All right, this is done, this is done. Go on to this one. Oh, looks like it's done. There's a pin in it, all right. This one has a pin in it and it's not finished. So we'll go to this one. Now, why is this wrong? Oh, good thing I caught that. The wrong side. Gotta turn it around. This is my own pattern that I came up with. If you would like, I could send you a copy, and that'll be $6 for that. I'll send it through the mail with the templates. All right, doo-dah, doo-dah. One more. Okay, and then we're going to just attach the back. No, first we have to put that other rabbit on the back. Okay. All right. That's all of them. So now I'm going to get the back layer on the right side. Put your bunny on wherever you want it. Center it in the middle somehow. When you're finished, you can add your little cottontail on, but I wouldn't do that till the project is complete. Okay, so now we're going to go do a zigzag on here. On my old Kenmore machine, which is very picky about the thread you use. Needs to be cotton thread or else it keeps cutting off. Oh. Okay. My foot's coming loose. Alright, let's start at the rear end here. Hold on to it. Make sure you've got the right side. Yep. Again, if you aren't sure about turning, leave your needle down and turn that way. Now we got to turn again. Down to the foot. Is it called a foot or a paw? I'm not sure. I think it's a foot because rabbit foot, right? Yeah. Alright, turn. Turn. Turn a little down for the head. Needle down, up to the nose and the eye. Okay, let's see where we are here. I think I got it too. Now. Okay. Around the ears. As you all know by now, I'm type 2 diabetic. My solution is trying to keep busy in between the hours of lunch and dinner and bedtime. All right, all the way around. Oh, come on. Come on, don't jam on me. Now we're just gonna attach the front to the back. Trying to get rid of all my threads. Okay, let me get back with the camera a little bit so you can see. I still have all these threads driving me crazy. If you want to pin, you can. If you're pretty good at judging how things get attached, you don't need to. So you pin, or you sew the front to the back, and the right sides are up on both sides with the interfacing in the middle. Now that'll also be a zigzag. I think I'm pretty good as far as judging. I've already got my machine set to zigzag, so let's just go at it. Not much of a seam left. Let's see if that zigzag's big enough. Oh. Something is caught. All right. Start that again. I'll go right here. I think I might have to make that zigzag a little wider. I'm going to go to bring it up to number 2. Okay, basically that's it. You go around with the zigzag. Once that's done, cut off your threads. And if you want to go around, like I did with this one, the yellow rickrack. Let's put this under here so you see the yellow rickrack. I think that really makes it nice. Makes the border more attractive. And then, like I said, if you choose to use this chenille, you can get it online, or the only other place I've seen it is Hobby Lobby. And the white was pretty much sold out. It's in 3" and 5" widths. And you just sew it on anything you want with a straight stitch, and then you wash it, agitate it in the wash machine, and you dry it, tumble dry it, and it turns out to be, it looks like a frayed edge. Alright, so I hope you enjoy making that. I know it's close to Easter, but I just had to finish these up for the girls in my family. And it turned out lovely, I think. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.